So here, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I am doing my April wrap-up. I read a total of 4 books. 3 of them were 5-star reads, and 1 of them was a 4-star read. So without further ado, let's get on into the video. The first book that I read and finished was Wendy Darling Volume 1 by Golly Oaks. I had actually started this book all the way back in February, but I kind of fell off the track. I was starting to have separate feelings from it from the first time I read it. If you guys want to know any of my feelings about this book, I actually made a book talk my freshman year when I originally read it, which I can link down in the description so you guys can go watch that video. I continue to rate this a 5 out of 5. I kind of struggled to get through this book specifically because I'm at a different time in my life where this story was not as entertaining to me. Well, the first half of it. I found out after I got like halfway through the book, I got really interested in it. So I kind of reconnected with my love for this book series about halfway through the book, which is good, but it took me a very long time to get there. AKA, it took me 2 months to get there. Yeah, so I continue to rate this a 5 out of 5. That did not change. The next book I read was Murder Trending by Christian McNeil. I rated this book a 5 out of 5. I absolutely loved it. It threw me in a roller coaster. I was not expecting this. So I filmed a book talk, which I will be posting soon, so you guys can find out more information about this book. But I absolutely loved the book. I was not expecting to go into this world to love it. It was kind of a book where I was like, it's gonna be a love or hate book, and it was definitely a love book. I went into it thinking that it was gonna be like a specific way because it was technically a prison on an island. It had a lot of surprises that I really appreciated, which I think is why I rated this a 5 out of 5. All of the characters were really well written, and I think there was a time in here where I cried. I don't remember if I cried 100%, but I know I got really emotional towards a part. So I was really enjoying this book from all the emotions that it was kind of pushing upon me. The next book that I read is actually my favorite book, Entwined by Heather Dixon. I read this for the Stay-at-Home Reading Rush Challenge, and I absolutely loved it. So like I said, this is my all-time favorite book. I've read this plenty of times, and if you want to see like some of my reactions, I did do a vlog of my stay-at-home reading challenge, so you can go watch that. I'll link it down in the description. But yeah, I did not realize, I need to read this book more often. I did not realize how giddy I got and excited about the main character and the relationship that she's in, or like she gets in. I completely forgot how much I adored it. This book is very magical in a lot of ways, and I think I really appreciated that. It is a retelling of The 12 Dancing Princesses, and I have read multiple versions of that story, but by far this one is my favorite, and this one is my favorite book. Actually, the first like 2 or 3 times I read this, I didn't actually know it was a retelling of The 12 Dancing Princesses, but that's also because the first time I read this was in like 6th or 7th grade, and I kind of wasn't like thinking of the aspects of the retellings. I was kind of just thinking, this is a really pretty book cover that I'm going to read, which is kind of how it happened. But then it turns out I absolutely loved this book. I continue to rate it a 5 out of 5. I highly recommend this book, and if you've read it or if you want to read it, comment down below and tell me how you feel about it, because I just want to know if other people have read this book or not. The next and last book I read in April was The June Boys by Court Stevens. This was a book I rated a 4 out of 5. I did really like the book and I was really engaged in it, but there were a few issues I had with it. And if you want to know like my deeper thoughts, I also vlogged this in my stay-at-home reading challenge, but there were a lot of things that really kind of irritated me. From page 1, they kind of like were accusing her dad of being the killer, and this was a theory throughout the entire book, and it kind of irritated me because there were other people that could have easily been the kidnapper, and they were kind of just ignoring it. And I don't know, I was just bothered about the fact that he was accused of being the killer the entire time. Even after they investigated him and said that he was free to go, they still thought of him as the kidnapper, which really bothered me. But besides that, I think the characters were actually like really well written. I was really confused about the whole relationship thing with Thea and her boyfriend, but I'm not going to get too much into that because this is a wrap up, not a book talk, which I'm not doing for this book unless you guys want me to do. If you want me to do it, comment down below and I probably will do it. But yeah, so I read this book a 4 out of 5. I recommend it for people that do like mysteries, but if you're not huge into the solving crime aspect, I don't recommend this book because there's not a lot of anything else. Because there's not a lot of romance with her and her boyfriend because they're going through something apparently, which I didn't really understand because they didn't explain it. They're just like, we're not kissing since this, and that just didn't make sense, which was one of the things that annoyed me. So if you're looking for romance, don't read this book at all. If you're looking for adventure, don't read this book at all because it's pretty much just a murder mystery, and it's like they don't go anywhere, they don't do anything crazy, they kind of just talk about the fact that something happened and they try to figure it out using someone else. So it's not really like a too big of an adventurous romantic book, but it does have a very large mystery, so I recommend it for people that do like mysteries. Alright guys, those are the 4 books I read in April. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Comment down below what books you read in April and if you participated in the stay-at-home reading rush challenge. Like this video and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. I will see you next time, guys. Bye!